Chosen ones, what I'm about to tell you might shake you, but it's the truth you need to hear. If you're watching this video right now, understand this. It's not a coincidence. You were meant to be here. God has led you to this exact moment because something powerful is unfolding in your life. The tables are turning, and now they finally see the cost of how they treated you. Yes, you heard that right. The very people who doubted you, disrespected you, and took you for granted are now beginning to realize the weight of their actions. They laughed when you struggled. They dismissed your pain. They thought you would never rise. But now the shift is happening, and they can't ignore the truth anymore. This is more than just karma coming full circle. This is a spiritual awakening. You've been through the fire, tested in ways that most people would never survive. But because you are chosen, you endured. You didn't break. And now you are stepping into a season of elevation. The same people who looked down on you are now looking up, wondering how you made it. But here's what you need to understand. This shift isn't just about them. It's about you. You must recognize the power of this transformation and fully embrace it. You are no longer the person they once knew. You are stronger, wiser, and walking in divine purpose. Before we go any deeper into this life-changing message, take a moment to do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 11. That number carries powerful energy. It signals to the universe that you are ready to step into your divine destiny. And remember, if you are truly one of the chosen, you will watch this video until the very end, because deep down, your spirit already knows. This message was meant for you. Now, let's get into it. They see the cost of how they treated you. There comes a moment in every journey where the weight of the past starts to shift, and you begin to realize that you are no longer the person you once were. You are the chosen one, chosen by destiny, by the universe, and most importantly, by your own heart. It's not about a title or label. It's about that unshakable knowing deep within that you are meant for greatness. It's the spark that ignites when you stop asking for permission to shine and start owning your space in this world. When you step into your power, it feels as though the very air around you changes. There's a shift in your energy that people can't ignore. You no longer walk in the shadows of doubt or fear, but in the light of your purpose. It's not about arrogance or superiority. It's about knowing your worth and standing tall in it. The path you walk now is one you've paved with resilience, wisdom, and an unwavering belief in your potential. Your rise was never about the approval of others. It was always about your own belief in the power of who you are. This is your moment to embrace every bit of that power. You've endured the challenges, faced the heartbreak, and stood up time and time again. Now, as the world watches, you stand unbreakable, unapologetic, and unstoppable. This journey is yours to claim, and no one, not even those who doubted you, can take that away. Betrayal is one of the hardest things to overcome. The people you trusted, the ones you believed had your back, turned out to be the ones who hurt you the most. It's not just the pain of their actions, but the confusion, the disbelief that they could treat you this way. But as the years go by, you begin to realize that betrayal isn't meant to break you. It's meant to make you. It's the fire that forges the steel of your strength. When you rise above betrayal, you understand that it was never about you. It was about them. It was about their insecurities, their fears, and their inability to see your worth. You were always destined for more than they could offer, and their treatment of you was just a reflection of their limitations. What they didn't understand is that their mistreatment was the fuel that would propel you to greatness. Every harsh word, every betrayal, every moment of doubt, they all led to the person you are becoming now. They didn't break you, they built you. And now, as you stand tall, you see the cost of their actions. While they were busy tearing you down, they failed to see that your spirit would rise like a phoenix from the ashes. You may have been wounded, but you were never defeated. You emerged stronger, wiser, and ready to show the world that no one can take away your power. Pain has a funny way of shaping us into who we are supposed to be. In the darkest moments of our lives, it can feel like the weight of the world is crushing us. The pain of loss, of betrayal, of heartbreak. Sometimes it feels insurmountable, but when we give ourselves the space to heal and reflect, we realize that pain is not our enemy. It is a teacher. It is through our struggles that we uncover our greatest strength. Think about the times you felt broken, lost, or alone. But then, think about the moments when you stood up again, wiped away the tears, and kept moving forward. You didn't let the pain define you. You let it refine you. You transformed every ounce of hurt into fuel for your journey. You turned your tears into wisdom, your scars into lessons, and that transformation is powerful beyond measure. So, the next time pain comes knocking, remember this. It's not here to defeat you. It's here to build you. Each challenge, each heartbreak, each setback is a stepping stone that's leading you to something far greater than you could ever imagine. And when you look back, you'll see that every tear you shed was worth the strength it gave you. There are times in life when everything seems to fall into place, almost as if the universe is conspiring to push you toward your destiny. It's the moments when the right opportunity shows up at the right time, or when you meet the right person who believes in you before you even believe in yourself. This alignment isn't a coincidence. It's a sign that you are on the right path. The universe has a way of rewarding those who are willing to trust the process, even when it feels uncertain. You've faced obstacles, endured setbacks, and navigated through darkness. But through it all, you've remained determined to reach your fullest potential. The universe is simply responding to the energy you've put out. It's responding to your belief in yourself, even when others couldn't see it. And now everything you've worked for is coming together in ways you couldn't have predicted. This is just the beginning. With each step, the universe will continue to align, guiding you to even greater heights. Trust that everything is happening for your greater good. The people, the opportunities, the circumstances, they're all working in your favor. Your greatness was always meant to be. And now the universe is confirming it to those who underestimated you. The price has been steep. They saw your kindness as weakness, your patience as a flaw, and your quiet confidence as fragility. But they didn't know what you were made of. They didn't see the fire that burned beneath your calm exterior, the resilience that thrived in the face of adversity. And now, as they look on in disbelief, they see the true cost of underestimating you. It's easy to overlook someone who doesn't scream for attention, someone who doesn't boast about their achievements. But those who are truly destined for greatness don't need to be loud. Their actions speak louder than any words ever could. And while they were too busy doubting you, you were building your empire brick by brick, step by step. Now that you've reached the heights they never imagined, they have no choice but to acknowledge your power. This is not about revenge. This is about reclaiming your worth. It's about showing the world, and more importantly, yourself, that you are everything they said you couldn't be. Your success is the loudest message you could ever send, and it's a message they'll never forget. Doubt has a way of creeping into our minds, especially when others cast their shadows of uncertainty over us. But doubt isn't permanent unless we let it be. Your journey to success wasn't a straight line. It was filled with twists, turns, and moments when you questioned whether you could keep going. But despite the doubt, you chose to keep moving forward. You chose to believe in yourself when no one else did. Success is not just about reaching a destination. It's about the lessons learned along the way. It's about the times you fell, but chose to rise again. It's about the setbacks that only made you more determined. Your triumph is built on perseverance, resilience, and an unwavering belief that no matter what, you would not be stopped. It wasn't easy, but nothing worthwhile ever is. And now, as you stand in the light of your success, you realize that the doubt you once felt was just a stepping stone to something greater. Every struggle, every failure, and every tear led you to this moment. You didn't just overcome doubt. You transformed it into the fuel that powered your journey to triumph. It's a painful reality when the people closest to us are the ones who doubt our potential. But what they didn't realize is that their disbelief only made you stronger. When they turned their backs or told you that you weren't enough, they underestimated the fire inside you. They didn't see that every doubt they cast was simply another challenge for you to conquer. And now that you've reached the top, they're left with nothing but regret. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you were always capable of greatness. You never needed their validation, but their disbelief made your victory all the sweeter. Now, as you soar higher than they ever imagined, they are left with the undeniable truth. You were never the problem. Their lack of faith was. And when they look at you now, they see the cost of their actions, the opportunity they missed, the person they could have supported but chose to doubt. They'll regret not believing in you, but by then it will be too late. You've already proven your worth. There comes a moment when the truth finally hits, when those who doubted you, mistreated you, or underestimated you are confronted with the consequences of their actions. They may have thought that their words or actions wouldn't matter, that you would just fade away or give up. But what they didn't anticipate was your resilience, your power to rise even stronger from every hurt. The awakening happens when they realize just how wrong they were. It's a bitter realization for them. They see you thriving, succeeding, and glowing in ways they could have never imagined. What they failed to recognize was the immense strength you were building beneath the surface. Every rejection, every insult, every time they overlooked your worth only added fuel to your fire. Now, as you stand in your power, they must reckon with the fact that they missed their chance to support the greatness they once couldn't see. This awakening isn't about seeking revenge. It's about reclaiming your story. It's about showing them without saying a word that their actions were the very thing that propelled you to this moment of greatness. It's a lesson for them and a reminder to you. Never let anyone's doubt make you doubt yourself. Hurt is inevitable. It's a part of life that everyone faces. But the question isn't whether or not you'll experience pain. It's what you do with that pain once it comes. Will you let it defeat you, or will you turn it into something that propels you forward? The choice is yours, and you've chosen to turn your hurt into the fuel that drives your growth. The beauty of turning hurt into fuel lies in the power it gives you. Every time you've been wronged, misunderstood, or mistreated, you've allowed that pain to ignite a fire within you. You didn't let it define you or keep you stuck in a place of sorrow. Instead, you channeled it into action, pushing yourself harder, aiming higher, and striving to be better than you were yesterday. And now, as you look back on all the struggles that once seemed insurmountable, you realize that each one of them shaped you into the person you are today. Hurt no longer has the power to hold you back. It only serves as the fuel that propels you toward even greater things. Your growth is a testament to your strength, and nothing, no amount of pain, can take that away from you. There comes a moment when you have to make a choice. Stay with the people who hold you back, or walk away and embrace the person you are becoming. It's never an easy decision, especially when those people have been a part of your life for so long. But deep down, you know that in order to rise, you must let go of the things that no longer serve you. It's time to walk away. Walking away isn't a sign of weakness. It's a declaration of strength. It's the moment you choose yourself over the comfort of familiarity, the moment you step into your own power and refuse to let anyone dim your light. Yes, it's painful to let go, but the truth is holding on to toxic people or situations only keeps you from growing. You deserve more, and you're finally ready to walk toward the future you were always meant to have. As you take that first step away from those who held you back, you'll feel a weight lift off your shoulders. You're no longer carrying the burden of their doubts, their negativity, or their expectations. You are free to live your truth, to chase your dreams, and to become the person you were always destined to be. And in doing so, you'll discover a freedom and empowerment like never before. There was a time when your light may have flickered, when you doubted whether you were worthy of shining so brightly, but now your light is unstoppable. It shines so brightly that even the darkest corners can't hide it. Every challenge you faced, every hardship you endured, only made that light burn brighter. And now it's time for the world to see you for who you truly are, a force to be reckoned with. Your light isn't just about success or fame. It's about your authenticity, your unwavering belief in yourself, and your ability to inspire others with your strength and resilience. You've walked through fire, and now you stand as proof that no matter how dark the world may seem, there is always a way to rise and shine. You no longer shrink or hide your light for fear of outshining others. Instead, you embrace it, knowing that your brilliance can never be dimmed by anyone. And now that your light is shining unapologetically, it's impossible for anyone to ignore. It's not just the world around you that sees it. Even those who once doubted you are beginning to notice. And deep down, they know your light is unstoppable, and they can never take it away. You've always been a kind, compassionate person. A person who gave and gave without expecting anything in return. But there are those who saw your kindness as a weakness. They took advantage of your generosity, your willingness to help, and your forgiving nature. They thought they could use you without consequence. But what they didn't realize is that kindness is a gift, and when exploited, there is always a price to pay. Kindness is a rare and beautiful thing, and it should never be taken for granted. The people who thought they could manipulate or use you without offering anything in return will eventually face the consequences of their actions. Your kindness is not a weakness, it's a strength, and those who have taken advantage of it will soon find that they cannot rely on others in the same way they relied on you. The imbalance will catch up with them, and they will feel the weight of their own actions. You've learned to set boundaries to protect your energy and to give your kindness only to those who truly value it. And in doing so, you've protected your heart while still remaining the compassionate person you've always been. The price of exploiting your kindness is steep, and those who took it for granted will soon realize just how high the cost was. Self-worth is the foundation upon which everything else is built. You cannot rise to your full potential until you truly believe in your own value. For so long, you may have allowed others to dictate how you see yourself, seeking validation from people who didn't have your best interests at heart. But now you understand that your self-worth is not determined by others. It's determined by you. And with that standing comes the power to set boundaries that protect your energy, your peace, and your dreams. Boundaries aren't walls. They are protective measures that ensure you are only surrounded by what serves your highest good. They allow you to prioritize your own needs, to say no when necessary, and to safeguard your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. As you've learned to set and enforce these boundaries, you've begun to see just how essential they are to your growth and success. They are the key to unlocking your true potential. With your self-worth and boundaries firmly in place, there is nothing that can stop your rise. You are no longer available to anyone or anything that drains your energy. You are free to walk your own path, confident in who you are and unshakable in your pursuit of greatness. This is your time to rise, and you will do so with grace, power, and unshakable self-belief. For far too long, you played the role of the victim, letting the hurt, the betrayals, and the doubts define you, but no more. You are no longer their victim. You are the hero of your own story, and you've stepped into your evolution. The person you were before is not the person you are now, and it's time to embrace that transformation fully. Your evolution is a beautiful thing. It's the result of every lesson learned, every scar earned, and every challenge faced. You've shed the old skin of self-doubt and pain, and in its place, you've grown into a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true purpose. No one can hold you back anymore, not because you've become perfect, but because you've become whole. And as you embrace this evolution, you can look back with gratitude. The struggles, the betrayals, and the heartaches were not the end of your story. They were the beginning of your transformation. You are no longer the victim. You are the victor. And the best part, this is just the beginning of your journey. The final realization is one of profound clarity. They can't touch your glow. The people who once doubted you, mistreated you, or tried to hold you back can no longer dim the light within you. You've reached a point where their opinions, their actions, and their doubts no longer have any power over you. Your glow is yours, and nothing and no one can take it away. This isn't about being untouchable or invincible. It's about knowing your worth and standing in it unapologetically. Your glow is the product of your journey, your resilience, your healing, your growth. It's something that comes from deep within and radiates outward. It's the reflection of your spirit, your strength, and your unwavering belief in yourself. As you continue to shine, you will inspire others to do the same. Your glow will lead the way for those who need it most. And as for those who try to take it from you, they'll be left in the shadows, wondering how they could have ever underestimated the brilliance that was always within you. Absolutely. Here are 10 more compelling headings, with 4 long engaging paragraphs under each, designed to be emotionally resonant and compelling for your audience. Doubt can be paralyzing. It creeps into your mind, clouding your judgment and making you question every decision you make. It's the voice that tells you that you're not good enough, not capable enough, and that you don't deserve the success you're working so hard for. But here's the thing. Doubt is nothing more than a prison that can hold you back from your true potential if you let it. However, you have the power to break free. The moment you realize that doubt is not your reality, you begin to see through its illusions. You stop questioning your every move and instead start trusting yourself. You remember that every challenge you faced, every obstacle you've overcome, has only proven that you are more than capable. You've survived and thrived in ways you never thought possible. And now it's time to stop letting self-doubt control your narrative. Breaking free from doubt is about reclaiming your confidence. It's about standing firm in the knowledge that you are worthy of everything you desire. You don't need validation from anyone else because you have everything within you to succeed. The world can be uncertain, but the certainty of your inner strength is a force that cannot be shaken. When you trust yourself, nothing can hold you back. Once you break free from the chains of doubt, you become unstoppable. You take risks with confidence, speak your truth without fear, and move forward with unwavering clarity. Your journey is yours to shape, and with each step, you will build a life that is a testament to your strength and self-belief. No more doubts, just an unshakable conviction in who you are and what you're capable of. Embracing your uniqueness. In a world that often pressures us to fit into predefined molds, embracing your uniqueness can feel like an act of rebellion. But the truth is, your individuality is your greatest strength. The very things that make you different are the things that set you apart from the crowd and give you the power to shine. When you learn to embrace who you truly are, you unlock the potential to create something extraordinary. Being different doesn't mean being isolated or misunderstood. It means being unapologetically yourself. It's about recognizing that your unique perspective, your quirks, and your authentic self are valuable assets. The world needs what only you can bring to the table. Your originality is what will allow you to make a lasting impact, whether that's in your personal relationships, your career, or your community. As you begin to embrace your uniqueness, you let go of the need for approval from others. You no longer seek to conform or fit into a mold that was never made for you. Instead, you confidently express yourself, knowing that your individuality is a gift to be celebrated. People will be drawn to your authenticity, and you will inspire others to embrace their own unique qualities as well. When you stand tall in your differences, you become a beacon for others who feel out of place. You show them that it's not about fitting in, it's about standing out. Your journey will not only bring you fulfillment, but will also encourage others to step into their own power and shine just as brightly as you do. The power of vulnerability. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but in reality, it is one of the greatest sources of strength. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you give yourself the freedom to heal, to grow, and to connect with others on a deeper level. It's in the moments when you feel broken that your true power emerges. Those wounds, those scars, are not signs of defeat. They are proof that you have lived, loved, and learned. Embracing vulnerability is about accepting your imperfections, your flaws, and your past. It's understanding that your struggles don't define you, they refine you. Each experience that brought you pain is now a part of your story, and it has shaped you into the person you are today. Your vulnerability is a testament to your resilience, your courage to face the challenges of life head-on, and continue moving forward. As you step into your vulnerability, you discover a new depth of emotional intelligence. You connect with others in ways that are both authentic and healing. Your ability to open up and share your experiences allows others to do the same, creating an environment where growth, understanding, and empathy can thrive. Your vulnerability becomes a bridge, not a barrier. Over time, the wounds that once felt like weaknesses will transform into wisdom. The lessons you've learned from your most difficult moments will be the very tools you use to help others. Your vulnerability is not something to hide. It's something to honor and embrace. Through it, you find your strength and power, reclaiming your power. So often, we give away our power without even realizing it. We give our energy to people who drain us, to situations that hold us back, and to fears that keep us stuck. We sacrifice our peace in the name of approval or obligation. But true empowerment comes from reclaiming that energy, taking back control of where and how you invest your time and resources. When you stop giving your power away, you start to see just how limitless your potential truly is. Reclaiming your power requires setting boundaries, knowing where to draw the line with others and with yourself. It means recognizing when you are being drained or manipulated and taking a step back to preserve your energy. It's about learning to say no when necessary, without guilt or fear. You are not obligated to give your time or energy to anyone who does not respect your worth. When you start to reclaim your power, you also start to take responsibility for your own life. You stop blaming circumstances or other people for your struggles and begin to see how your choices shape your reality. Every decision you make becomes an act of self-love, an investment in your own growth and happiness. As you do this, you begin to manifest the life you've always wanted. Reclaiming your power is not about being selfish. It's about being self-aware. It's about understanding that in order to show up for others in a meaningful way, you first need to show up for yourself. Your power lies in your ability to protect your energy, stay true to your values, and never compromise your well-being for the sake of others. Owning your story. Everyone has a story, a narrative shaped by experiences, challenges, and triumphs. But many of us carry shame and guilt for parts of our story we wish we could erase. The truth is, those moments of pain, regret, or embarrassment do not define us. It's time to own your story fully, without shame or guilt, and embrace every chapter as a valuable part of your journey. Owning your story means accepting everything that has happened, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's about releasing the hold that shame and guilt have over you and seeing your experiences through the lens of growth. You are not your mistakes. You are the lessons you've learned, the strength you've gained, and the person you've become as a result. Every part of your story is a stepping stone toward the life you're living today. When you let go of shame and guilt, you free yourself to move forward. You stop holding yourself back from the future you deserve. You stop living in the past and begin to embrace the present moment. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means forgiving yourself and recognizing that you did the best you could with the knowledge and resources you had at the time. Owning your story empowers you to live authentically and fearlessly. You no longer need to hide or apologize for who you are. You stand tall in your truth, knowing that your past has only made you stronger and more resilient. Your story is yours, and it's time to own it with pride. The art of patience. In a world that values instant gratification and constant hustle, patience can feel like a forgotten art. Yet, patience is not just about waiting. It's about trusting the timing of your life. It's understanding that everything has its season, and that the things you desire will come to you when you are ready. Not a moment sooner, but also not a moment too late. Patience is the art of surrendering to the flow of life without resistance. Trusting the timing of your life means releasing the need to control every outcome. It's about having faith that the universe is always working in your favor, even when things aren't moving as fast as you'd like. The waiting period isn't a time of inactivity. It's a time for preparation, growth, and alignment. Patience allows you to refine your vision, adjust your plans, and cultivate the wisdom you need to handle success when it arrives. The magic of patience lies in the growth it nurtures. It teaches you how to embrace uncertainty, to stay grounded during times of change, and to remain hopeful even when the road ahead seems unclear. It's through patience that we learn to trust ourselves in the process, knowing that nothing worthwhile comes without time, effort, and perseverance. When you trust the timing of your life, you move through each moment with grace and confidence. You know that everything is unfolding as it should, and that the best is yet to come. The waiting is not in vain. It is part of your journey. And when your time arrives, you will be fully ready to embrace it with open arms. Embracing change. Change is one of the few constants in life, yet so many of us resist it. We fear the unknown, cling to the familiar, and hold on tightly to what we think we know. But change is the catalyst for personal transformation. It is the force that pushes us out of our comfort zones and into the person we are meant to become. Embracing change is not just a necessity, it's a gift. Personal transformation doesn't happen when we remain stagnant. It happens when we step into the unknown, when we let go of what no longer serves us and make space for something new. Embracing change means trusting that the future holds something better than what we've left behind. It's about surrendering to the flow of life and accepting that every twist and turn is part of our growth. As you embrace change, you'll begin to see that it's not something to fear, it's something to welcome. Change brings new opportunities, new perspectives, and new experiences. It allows you to shed the old and make room for the new. Each change, no matter how challenging, is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. When you embrace change, you are no longer afraid of the unknown. You trust in the process and have faith that the universe is guiding you toward something greater. Change is the path to personal transformation, and as you walk this path, you will discover the incredible strength and resilience that resides within you.